Good evening and welcome to the League of Women Voters Candidates Forum. Tonight we're going to hear from the three candidates that are running for the County Superintendent of Schools. I'm David Marin, your moderator for tonight. And before we begin, I first want to introduce one of our co-hosts, the AAUW, and their president, Narda Fargenstein.
Hello, welcome. Thank you all for coming and being engaged. I'm the president of AAUW, which stands for American Association of University Women. We have been in existence since 1881, and we also gave the radium for the experiments for Marie Curie. But our local organization is going to be 60 years old this year. So I welcome you all to come and participate in our activities. You can find us at auwto.org. And I really want to thank you all for coming here and being engaged citizens. Thank you so much.
And to give the welcome from the League of Women Voters is Cheryl Collert, one of our co-presidents.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for coming. It is indeed a pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Ventura County League of Women Voters. The League, as you may know, began in the 1920s when women were granted the right to vote with the 19th Amendment. We've come a long way since that time. Our League chapter here in Ventura County has more than 60 years of experience, and I'm happy to say a lot of our work has been in candidate forums. So you are a part of a long history and an important piece of election process. I want to extend a special thanks to the City of Thousand Oaks, who's helping us and allowing us to use this wonderful facility, which we hope to fill. We want to especially thank the candidates for running, putting yourself into the public, and allowing us to meet you. And to the public for, again, coming out. We hope we will educate you with the information you received tonight, and that if you have further questions about the League itself, we have a table out in the lobby. You're welcome to peruse some of those pieces of information. If there's things of interest or you have questions, you'll reach out to us. And finally, I will say it's great to work with so many volunteers from both the AAUW and the League. We are all volunteers. The League is a nonprofit and nonpartisan organization. We do not endorse any candidates. If it happens that we align, it's purely coincidence. So we do hope that we were able to give you the information you need tonight through this candidate forum, and that you will leave this better informed about how the election process will be working for these positions this evening. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to our League member and moderator, David Marin. Thank you.
Good evening. We are beginning our second forum here. This is the League of Women Voters of Ventura County. We're presenting the forum on the Treasurer-Tax Collector for Ventura County. This office, if you're not familiar, they collect the property taxes and they invest our money, managing over $4 billion, along with many other functions of the office. Again, I'll ask the audience to please move quietly to the foyer so we can begin this. For those of you that are here, please raise your hand and we'll bring you index cards so you can write out questions so we could ask these two candidates. There's only two candidates running, so whoever wins the election in the primary will be our new treasurer-tax collector. And this is an open seat because the incumbent is retiring. So with that, we're going to give each candidate a minute and a half for their opening statement. And at this time, I'll introduce our first candidate, Mary Lou Tan. Tan or Ton?
Tan.
Tan. Mary Lou Tan. Thank you.
Oh, ready?
You can begin when you're ready.
Hello, everyone. The Treasurer-Tax Collector is a professional job. It's not a political position. We are the financial backbone of the county's operation as we handle virtually all of the money that comes into and flows out of the county. I am running for the Treasurer-Tax Collector because I have a unique combination of professional, financial, and public service experience. I know the job. As the Assistant Treasurer-Tax Collector, I am the Chief Operating Officer of the agency, as I manage all aspects of operation in this office. I have been with this agency for more than 10 years, managing different departments. I care about the county, our constituents, and our staff. I care about this office and what this office represents. It is critical that we have a person running this agency who is experienced and qualified to lead this agency in a positive direction. I'm running for the Treasury-Tax Collector because I want to continue to lead this office with integrity, transparency, and genuine leadership. Running for Treasurer-Tax Collector is one way of giving back to the community where I live. For those of you who want professionalism and stability, I am your person, and I respectfully ask for your endorsement and vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next candidate is Derek Farage.
Good evening, and thank you to the League of Women Voters for hosting tonight's forum. My name is Derek Farage, and I'm running to be your next Ventura County Treasurer-Tax Collector. I'm a Ventura County native, and I've spent nearly 2 decades working with the county across multiple county departments. I started my career as a student worker with the Treasurer-Tax Collector's office, worked through Public Works, probation, and currently serve as the Director of Accounting for the District Attorney's Office, where I manage the $70+ million budget and help ensure taxpayer dollars are handled responsibly, efficiently, and in compliance with the law. I'm running because I believe this office is more than managing investments and collecting taxes. It's about public trust. That starts with strong internal controls, clear communication, and making government easier for people to access and interact with. I want to modernize how residents interact with the Treasurer-Tax Collector's office, improve transparency through better public reporting, and support the staff who serve our community every day. Because when you invest in our people, we improve service for everyone. At the end of the day, this role is about accountability, trust, and public service. That's what I've built my career on, and that's what I'll bring to this office. Thank you.
Thank you. Derek, you're up first with our first question. So can you talk about the cash flow of the county office and how you would manage it? Do you have any ideas for improving or changing the existing process?
So the policies that are already in for cash flow work great. Where I think we can build stronger relationships is with the departments that work with the Treasurer's office specifically. So having good relationships with the auditor controller, where most of the cash flow comes out of, since they are the ones who are doing all of the accounts payable. Working with the individual agencies that bank with the Treasury Department to understand their operations will help the Treasury Department managing that cash flow. And really it's keeping up with technology, potentially using AI tools to help monitor that those cash flows. And again, continuously modernizing the systems that we use with the financial management system, with the auditor controller, and any new software that we could potentially gain or implement with the treasurer's office.
Thank you. Mary Lou, same question to you. Tell us about how you would improve cash flow and manage it.
Okay. This is a good question. The Treasury managed the cash flow of the county because we manage the liquidity of the county, so when cash is needed, it is available. So Treasury, we look at our cash flow every single day. So if there's idle cash, we would invest that in any debt securities, safe debt securities, and we determine which maturity dates where we will invest the securities. And also we want to make sure that we forecast, as we work with the agencies, we forecast where the expected cash flow, just like payroll dates. So when we buy an investment, we ensure that when we pick up maturity date, it will fund the payroll dates, for example, for the schools, for the county.
Thank you. Mary Lou, you're up next. Please tell us about your experience investing public funds. Either have you experience outside of the office investing public funds, perhaps personally, but how would you make sure that the county maintains its strong returns on its investment pool?
Okay. So public fund investing is very different from private investing like your 401k. So, the three principles of public fund investing: safety, liquidity, and earning competitive return. Just as an example, the last 2 weeks leading to our busy property tax collection, I was directly involved in investing more than $700 million in new investments. And I made the decision of what securities to invest. And these are excellent credit rating securities that we invest in because we are rated the highest by Standard & Poor's AAAF, which indicates that our pool is stable and safe. We manage our cash flow as it's not our money because we are accountable to our constituents.
Thank you. Derek, same question to you about your experience investing public funds. How would you make sure the county maintains strong returns?
So I don't have any direct investment experience with public funds, purely because that is done with the Treasurer's Office. My responsibilities as Director of Accounting for the DA's office is monitoring that $70 million appropriations or that budget and making sure they're spent correctly and transparently. We have a fantastic investment policy that is overseen by Treasury Advisory Committee, and it's reviewed annually, potentially having it looked at more frequently, could take into account some of changes in the market. But we're really guided by the principles in that investment policy, along with the government code that requires and dictates what we can invest in. I've gotten certifications. I'm an advanced certified public funds investment manager, which helps keep up with changing trends and allows for a network of other treasurers within the United States that you can bounce ideas off of. So I think I would expand, those relationships.
Thank you. Derek, tell us a little bit about your management experience, your skill set, your priorities.
So like I said, I started as a student worker and worked my way up through as Director of Accounting through the county. My management style is really putting emphasis on your staff. They're your frontline people who are dealing with the public. So making sure they have the tools necessary to get the job done and to be that public facing and getting the answers to the constituents, the taxpayers. It's having good mentorship and seeing people's strengths and weaknesses and helping build upon those, helping lift their weaknesses up and get them to really cohesive as a team, bleeds out into the taxpayers that we help. If people understand and are motivated and take pride in their work, it's shown when they talk to taxpayers. So I would be emphasizing in my leadership role to push for people to understand.
Thank you, Derek. Mary Lou, same question to you. Tell us about your management experience, your skills to manage, and your priorities.
Okay. So as the assistant treasurer, I am responsible for 40 headcount, so 40 staff. I have 4 direct managers and 1 senior finance analyst reporting to me. I work with staff I work with staff dealing with their issues, problem solving. I'm team oriented, so it's an open office environment that, just because you're a manager doesn't mean like, you have to go to your supervisor or manager. I bring teamwork, care, compassion as I lead this agency. And prior to being an assistant treasurer tax collector, I created our administrative unit, a treasurer tax collector. I start from the ground up, and I also have managed our treasury department.
Thank you. You'll be up first, Mary Lou, on this next question. Let's try to learn a little bit about any differences between you. If you were elected, Mary Lou, what would be some of the initiatives you would put in place that might be changes from the current system, and also why you think you are the more qualified candidate?
I wanted to continue safeguard the county's cash because that's our primary duty. We are the fiduciary of public funds. We also want to continue delivering excellent customer service to our constituents. As the need of our population grows, and given the resource constraint that we have, I want to continue to introduce process improvement and innovations, prioritizing customer service delivery, modernization, and technological improvements, something like that. So this will enhance the long-term professionalism in our agency, as well as help in the upskilling of our staff. And lastly, I also want to make sure that we have a good succession plan. And that means by identifying future leaders of our agency to lead this agency in a positive direction.
Thank you. Derek, same question. What do you see as some of the changes you'd want to make? What do you think makes you the better, more qualified candidate?
So most taxpayers have their interaction with the tax collection side of the office. One of my major things, even when I was there at the tax office, was why systems can't accept partial payments. You have a $2,000 bill, you want to pay $500, you pay $500, you get it sent back. They can't process it towards your payment. But now you're late. Now you get a $200 10% on your $2,000 installment. If we were able to take that $500, put it towards your payment, now you only owe $1,500. That's a $150 tax or penalty if you're delinquent. So that saves $50 on that taxpayer and doesn't put additional burden on that taxpayer. So one of my first implementations would be to accept partial payments. And again, that's money now the Treasury has to invest sooner, because if you're late December, you might not get it until April when they pay first and second installments. So getting money now and investing gets a little bit more interest for the county, saves some money for that taxpayer. And then no cold transfers. You call the assessor, you get transferred to the tax collector. Nope, you got to talk to the assessor, and it's just a phone tag, and people get upset.
Okay. Derek, you're up first. I believe the Treasurer Tax Collector also manages the county pension program and deals with all of those issues. Can you share with us your vision for managing the retirement programs within the department?
So by law, by statute, the Treasurer Tax Collector sits upon the VESERA, the Ventura County Employees Retirement Board. One of the big things, again, is education. People are putting 20, 30 years into the pension and working for the county, doing public service, and I want to make sure that that pension is safe for those employees. I'm part of it. I want to make sure that my future is also in good hands. So one of it is education. A lot of people, when thinking of coming to the county, don't know how the pension system works. So I want to work with VESERA to expand those teaching opportunities to bring in well-qualified people to the county, which then turns into better customer service for all agencies, whether it be our sheriff, whether it be our firefighters, nurses. I think that's a big thing that I want to, help safeguard in getting good qualified candidates to work for the county. And then also, again, reviewing investment policies, more frequently to help keep up with market trends.
Thank you, Derek. And Mary Lou, tell us about how your vision for managing Visera, the retirement pension program.
Okay, so the Treasurer-Tax Collector doesn't manage the Visera investment pool. But the Treasury-Tax Collector is part of the board of deciding what to invest or what's the strategy of Visera. So I just want to make sure that's clear. So I want to make sure, of course, as a county employee, that my retirement is safe, like with every other employee. So we also want to make sure that our retirement system is complicated. It's not easy to understand. So by education and social and being aware of the options that we have, that would be great. So my authority, or in terms of my role in Visera, is limited. So I'm not going to be the one actively managing the funds.
All right, thank you. Really try to start wrapping up here. By the way, if I give you my parcel number, can you help me out with my property?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. As far as two things. One is, if you are the elected head of this department, you'll be working with the Board of Supervisors and other departments. And I want to ask you about how you have experience working with these other departments and leaders. And there's also a question, I'm not sure if it's your department or the auditor, but it says that the county is still doing a lot of payments by checks. And if that is within the Treasury Department, would you be moving to make payments electronically? So tell us about your experience and expertise working with other departments, how you plan to do that, and if you can answer that question about checks, I'm sure the audience person would appreciate it. You're first,
Okay.
yes.
All right, we collaborate every day with assessor and auditor controller, and we have a very wonderful relationship with them. The Treasurer-Tax Collector is a very well-run agency. We achieve our mission every day, which is to collect, to bank, and invest. My plan, of course, is to always enhance communication and improve collaboration between the agencies. So in terms of the question about the checks, so last March, we introduced mobile payment that taxpayers can start paying their taxes at the comfort of their home. And most of the payments that we get are coming from checks, but not paper checks, but e-checks. So so it's relatively inexpensive to pay your tax payment via e-checks, and then we also have a lockbox that most of the payments, actually majority of the payments, are coming from lockbox because the payments are coming from your escrow account or mortgage lender. So outside of the lockbox payments, those are e-checks payments, and they are not really paper checks.
Thank you. So Derek, same question to you about working and collaborating with other department leaders and the Board of Supervisors. And if you wish to tackle that question about electronic payments, that would be fine.
Yep. So in my current role, I'm always working with other departments, GSA, the General Services Agency, IT Services, Auditor Controller, our CEO's office and their budget, and finance group, for myriads of issues. So I've built great working relationships with them, and so I would continue to build upon those. One of the things that Treasury does with the cash flow is the CEO's office needs to know how much money we have so they can accurately inform the Board of Supervisors, here's how much money you have to spend, and the auditors, how much can you pay with payroll? So there's back and forth between all of those. So I would continue to expand those relationships. As for checks versus electronic funds, currently vendors can sign up for e-checks to where when we pay their invoice, they can get electronic checks or directly deposited into their account. If the new property tax system can be upgraded some more to allow that to take electronic information to give to the auditor's office, because the auditor's office is the one who actually sends those payments out, whether it be a refund from property taxes
Going to
or a
have
vendor.
to stop you there. Thank you. I know it doesn't seem like I should stop you. There's only the three of us up here, but I want to be fair to everybody. Okay, so with that, though, we do have a hard time to close, so I do want to start with the closing statements. Thank you both, but how about a round of applause for the two of them? You know, and this is a position that does require certain certifications and skills, so thank you both for running. Derek, you're up first with our closing statement. You have a minute and a half.
Well, I want to thank the League of Women Voters and everyone who showed up tonight. Thank you for all the questions. At the end of the day, this role comes down to people. The people who walk into the tax collector's office trying to figure out their bill, the families and seniors trying to stay in their homes, and the staff behind the counter doing their best to help guide taxpayers through the property tax system. That's where my focus is. If we support our staff, give them the tools they need, and build the systems that are clear and accessible, we create a government that actually works for people, not against them. That's the kind of leadership I bring, practical, experienced, and grounded in service. I'd be honored to earn your vote this June. Thank you all.
Thank you, and Mary Lou.
This race comes down with experience.
One second, Mary Lou. We'll just reset our timer. Okay, when you're ready.
This race comes down to experience. I have been the Assistant Treasurer-Tax Collector for 4 years and more than 10 years in this agency. This is a hands-on job for a professional who has experience. This is not an oversight job. I have more than 30 years of professional finance, government, and investment experience. Treasury-Tax Collector is a well-run agency, and we deliver excellent customer service in every interaction we have with our constituents. We are the fiscal stewards of public funds. The money we collect help fund the county's operations and programs, which go back to the community. I take my fiduciary duty to the citizens of Ventura County seriously. I lead with compassion, integrity, and genuine leadership. And I have the endorsement of 3 Treasurer-Tax Collectors for the last 25 years. I, Mary Lou Tan, respectfully ask for your endorsement and vote on the June 2nd primary. Thank you.
Thank you. How about another round of applause for them? Again, this is being recorded, and we will post it on the League's website for the general community. One announcement I should have made in the last forum, too, is Vote 411. This is an organization where candidates go. It's supported by the League of Women Voters, but vote411.org. You can look up information on any candidate if they've posted their information, and it's a very helpful resource for all of you. So with that, thank you again to our candidates, and I want to thank many sponsors, our volunteers from AAUW. We've had our presidents and others who are walking around here. I'm sorry I don't have all of their names with me, but I see Melanie, Sally, Cheryl, Kathy, and Wayne, and Pam over there on our timers. Great job, everybody. And also thanks to Narda from the AAUW, and Pat Essick and Roger. So with that, I'm David Marin. Thank you all for coming.